Tasha K down to the little minions. And it's been like, I've been just really, what's up, Donisha? I've been really just ignoring everything and, not paying them really good attention and kind of just moving on because I have stuff that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Rob. I have stuff that I'm doing. As you guys can see, I'm now in a different setting. For those of you who are a part of my family vlog, as you guys can see, I'm in a different setting now, kind of have my things set up a little nicer. My stuff is a vibe nowadays, and now I have the time. See, now before I didn't really have the time to do what I needed to do, but now I have the time. And so because I have the time, we're about to get into some things. Apparently, people are, it's the false allegations for me, was the, she killed her dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then all of a sudden I got to prove you wrong and debunk you. Now everybody knows that you're a liar. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that you would even go that far to say some stuff like that about me, a person that you don't know, you know what I mean? And it just makes me look at you sideways, for real. On top of that, I have a new account that allows me to check things about people. And I kind of want to share that with my Patreon. Because I have so many different channels, right? I have a law and crime channel, which allows me to go into crime stuff. And y'all know these mother out here got a lot of crimes they done. Okay. If I recall, a certain person named Tasha K said that she said that I went to jail for abusing my child, which was a lie, a complete lie. And you got to be careful with her because she lies about a lot of stuff. Okay. But apparently she is a repeat offender for stalking and harassment and other things. So, those are the type of things that I'm going to be looking into, talking about, not just about her, but about other people. Some people that are hiding behind the screen, trying to be avatars and acting like they don't, but they want to come. They want to come for me, for the queen. Guess what? Okay, I got you too. And I have a whole bunch of names and I got a whole bunch of information that I'm going to be sharing. Okay. But on top of that, we're going to also be doing random cases as well over there. It's going to be a lot that I'm going to start covering on my Patreon. It's going to be 3 times a week. And I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Also, I'm going to be having some new merch coming. It might be me clowning folks. It might be me just, I don't want to say what it might be, but I'm going to be having some new merch coming, and I think you guys are going to get a kick out of it. And that's period. There were other announcements that I needed to make to you guys. I don't know why I'm forgetting because I'm so excited talking about Patreon. Because I just got some serious plans for Patreon, like, period. These people out here have got me all the way twisted, and that is just not the business, okay? We are not going to allow this. That's what we're not going to do. We're not going to allow that to continue to happen without me having at least a rebuttal, not on this channel, because this is my professional channel. You know what I'm saying? And not on my family vlog channel, because I'm not mixing that in with my child and all that stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? My kids and pictures of them, and then have all that mess around my kids. What I will do though is get on my Patreon and run it. And I'm in the mood. I'm back in the mood. Before I was kind of out of the mood, and now I'm in a space where I can finally just get back to work. Okay. Because I know a lot of people were like, what is going on with her in the Patreon? Why is she like missing? I got you. Trust me. Another thing that I want to say is I truly believe that one of the people that was modding for me have been betraying me. And it's sad. And I hate to say it on here. I'm not going to expose everything on here. I'm going to put that on Patreon. But that's going to be one of the stories that I tell on Patreon, because it got to a point where every time I showed something to just my VIP Hive, all of a sudden, here comes the bull crap from this person and that person. I'm not that slow. So that's a message for you. And you know who you are. What's up, Hyphy? What's going on, guys? Thank you so much. Hey, Rob, I was going to put it in there too. Let me see, because I think my link is better than yours. Hold on. No offense. Hold on. Yeah, mine's better than yours. Let me look myself up right quick and click on this video. All right, here we go. So, I mean, I'm just saying. Okay, also, oh yeah, also, look, y'all, my T Hive book club, check this shit out. Let me go to it right quick. Check this out. Straight like this. My T Hive book club, right? Let me tell y'all a story. I think if y'all don't know this story, it's story time, okay? I've told this story a couple of times. There's people that know this story. If you don't know this story, then I understand, okay? The whole R. Kelly thing, right? I started interviewing people, including the parents, the victims, right? People that know the victims, people that claim they were lying, Demetrius Smith, just different stuff like that, right? And it got to one point where I read Ashanti McGee. I interviewed her boyfriend and her husband, okay, in which whom she left both of them for R. Kelly, okay? She left them both and went to R. Kelly. She left her kids with her husband to be with her boyfriend. Then she left her boyfriend to be with R. Kelly, okay? And her husband was literally having a mental breakdown, like had to go to the mental hospital, like literally, okay? Anyway, I've interviewed Carlita Hodges, who Demetrius Smith claims had sex with R. Kelly at the age of when he was 17. She knows Teresa, the older sister. I reached out to Teresa, all types of stuff, right? I got myself in there. I got in there, right? Which nowadays I regret. But I was reading the victims' books. I was reading, y'all see, I just posted Solar Coaster. That's R. Kelly's book that he wrote about himself. But he did not mention Demetrius Smith in the book, in which he was definitely there. But anyway, as I was reading Ashanti McGee book, here's the story I got. And shout out, like I said, I'd mess with some of them I just don't mess with, okay? And by the way, I found Demetrius Smith's book before I even get further into this story. I found his book yesterday, The Man Behind the Man. And what happened with Demetrius Smith is I went to go interview him at his house. I ended up staying at his house for a little while. And then when I left, we got into it over my mother because he's crazy and couldn't sit there and listen like a normal person. And he claimed I put my titties on him. Okay, so I deleted all his reading, the whole reading off my channel. I was like, fuck Demetrius Smith, never again. Right? But I found the book, and this time I will be reading it from a different perspective, not a friendly one. Okay, because before I was reading this book from a positive perspective because I didn't know him, and I felt like, oh my God, this is R. Kelly's tour manager. My dad's ex-wife was R. Kelly's tour manager as well after Demetrius Smith. So Demetrius Smith knows my dad through the other tour manager. He knows that piece of my family. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I even took Demetrius Smith to a court date with me, and he didn't know how to act in court, literally. Okay. But so here's the story I got. After I read Demetrius Smith's book, I started reading the R. Kelly victims book. I did an interview with a dude named Jay, who is Ashanti McGee's boyfriend that she left her husband for and that she left for R. Kelly. And he was telling me that Ashanti McGee is lying. She's lying, period. She was never locked in anything. She could always come out. She would come out. She would be around his family and be talking about R. Kelly. Then she'd be going back to R. Kelly house. This is what he was telling me. She's a 100% liar. She's making this shit up. And I assume that that's why she wasn't part of the case, right? She's like following in the footsteps of whoever is telling their story. She's like trying to make it her story, right? Okay. So